want to welcome everybody. It is November the 1st, 2018. We have 10 seconds to the open. Myra, glad to see you got in. We'll figure out what went wrong later, okay? All right, let's do this. And we're off. And let's let everything kind of settle in for a couple of minutes. If you're looking at going long in these stocks for day trading, you might want to give it anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes. I'm going to start up the LTA again. Right now I have to do it after the market opens. And we're off and running. All right. Let's look at GOV. The RDUS. It's already given it back. That on a 3-minute chart there. Looks like NASDAQ's going higher at 7,000 again, recapturing that. IVI. All right, IIVI, if we go over the high of the day, we should buy it. Say over 43. Say 42.75. Very, 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 very very slow. I want to put it as a buy stop, but it won't let me do that. And it triggered in immediately. Gonna figure out what my configuration problem is. So we got IIVI here. And we've got to figure out what we've got with boom. FND, FND, let's back out a little bit. FND may be over 30. OSK, Oshkosh. Okay, Lonesome Oshkosh, OSK. Looking for FND over 30. And IIVI really wanted 42.75, and it entered me immediately when I tried to enter the. Dare to be stupid, huh? Sprout Farms, SFM. Be over 28. Wayfair, forget it. It's gapping lower. Matador. No. Anybody interested in a small price stock? Fit might fit the bill. Oshkosh is battling 63. See how long it's taken to update all these screens. It's ridiculous. FORM, form factor. Only just a smaller trader though, to be honest with you. SSYS small. FND and IIVI are both in there. OSK is in there. OSK has some resistance here around 64, but we're going higher. FND has not triggered yet. Double IBI, we are in. But we're basically treading water. Thank goodness I can actually get Oshkosh up on the other screen. Oshkosh is doing a wide range bar. Doji's is a continuation pattern, and I picked that one out because it had a good good pattern and had high short interest. With the symbol of what, Valerie? I have no idea. We're in IBI, and I'm in OSK. Not we, I am, and I'm watching FND. So you may or may not the FIT. Oh, FIT. But you're thinking of IIVI, the one here in the middle here. Watch out, FIT's kind of wanting to pull back. Okay, we're talking 941. At 9:45 we have an economic report, and at 10 we have an economic report. And for some reason, OSK does not want to show up on that one screen. Doesn't want to show up on any of them. Let's change it to a 5-minute and see if it'll show. Well, it is giving an update on price. All right, I took half off on Oshkosh because I can't watch it that closely. We took $125 on that first trade. Okay, we're up to 64. IIVI, I want to watch that puppy. Coming up to where I would want to be buying, and I'm actually what? Ha ha ha. It says I have one share. Okay. I'm going to flatten it because it obviously made a mistake on the template. Watch over 42.75 or so. For I'm out flat with IIVI. Watch it. There's Oshkosh finally showed up over here. This is another reason if you're day trading that TOS sometimes is not a great system. I have excellent excellent throughput, so this is just them being overloaded at the beginning of the day. Okay, let's look here. Let's look at WTI. That's WNT offshore. It's $7. Yeah. Newfield is coming up. Gotta get Newfield over 23. And IBI over the high of the day. So DNOW. Looks like the first time I bring stuff up, it takes a while to get all the data. This is weird. Yeah, DNOW is probably gone. RDUS. It's not. I don't like that one. LITE. Nope. New York Times is going for some reason, and so is AR. I do apologize about the stuff here. PBI going a little cheapy. NXPI, like where it's at. All right, the IBI never. Oh, it did trigger. It popped it, but pulled back. Oshkosh is still going. I like that one. It's over 64. All right, I took. Oh, I guess it looks like I took all of it off. All right, told it 50. So we're out of Oshkosh for 282. You know, we can concentrate on some other stuff. Oshkosh could run some more. We'll watch for later in the day. PBI, no. PGTI. US Concrete. How about Teva? Let's watch Teva. The problem we've got there is Teva more than likely needs to get over the 22 and a half. So watch for that one if you are so inclined. Yeah, Valerie, a lot of these things do have wide spreads. Let's look at FND real quick. It does have pretty good volumes on a normal basis. So, but yeah, I can see where the spreads are there. You're gonna get some spreads early in the morning. So, you know, a 20-cent spread based upon the targets and stuff like that. When you were looking for a kind of almost a gap fill, maybe if your target was down to 27, you could go ahead and take that. But you're right. I mean, I don't normally do that. CNQ. The CNQ. Oshkosh is still going. is the matter with my charts there, sunshine? Okay. Looks like my CNQ is running up. IBI is a good thing we're out. Oshkosh, bagosh. Run towards 66. Teva's still having trouble. Or the U.S. having trouble? All right. Well, that makes a lot of sense. And if it's the first time you're doing any of this, Valerie, I would suggest doing it on paper trading, simulate trade, so you kind of any fat fingers you do with the stuff, the emotional factors are eliminated because you're going to make mistakes when you first start something. So may as well do it small. And the other thing is you can do it small in a regular account, only doing a few shares. All right, I need to kill this thing yet one more time. I think AOSK's had its run right now. Okay, let me do this. Okay. Let's see what Johnson & Johnson's doing. Cree and Sienna. All right, because I am long. All right, well done there, Valerie. Sorry, I'm a little bit dealing with an issue here. Cree, B, UNH. Johnson & Johnson. I am swing trading all four of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Qualcomm. I don't see Qualcomm. There's Oshkosh pulling back. There's IIVI going higher after that hammer. Okay, 9:57. We're coming up on the 10 o'clock hour. Get our next look at the markets. The S&P's up 8. Up at that 27.25 level, approaching yesterday's high. The Dow. All right. Let's go to charts here. 25,150. NASDAQ is down flat. It doesn't show on the screen that way, but Russell 13. Watch out for the NASDAQ being a bit on the weak side. What do we have? AMCN. Amazon's up, but not a lot. Oh. Okay, there's the 10 o'clock hour coming. Let's see if it loads this time. That IVI is battling with that 4275 level. Watch for a breakout. Well, it looks like my NinjaTrader might be broken. There's IIVI on, let's see. Let's try this one then. Zoom in. See, there's IVI, 5 minute, 15, 1 hour, and the daily. Let's take the daily to a monthly, and that's where it's having trouble there. So it's I'm not going to mess around with that. Oshkosh, you can see where the $62 level and the 65, and it's 5, 15, 30, 1 hour. Okay. Newfield, you can see how that $23 level that I highlighted earlier in the pre-market, daily seems to be updating. What's not updating is the intradays. We're not updating that quickly. We're at 2277. We're pretty much not going anywhere at the moment. PGTI. PGTI is at a level that right here, this 2250, and let's see what it's doing here. Right, so it's kind of marching up. Not really going very far, very fast. G-Log. I guess they like gas log. 5 minute, 15 minute. They like Wyndham. WYND, and looks like it may have room to 40. Keep an eye on it. give me a second. Hey guys, come in here. It's just the trash guys. Get your butt inside. Stop barking. Come on. Good boy, Stitch. Reload. Go. Go. Sit down. Go sit down. I'm not rewarding you for being a turkey. All right, Sienna and Cree are both up at resistance for me. Lisa's having some troubles there. And then UNH is in the middle. And Johnson & Johnson pushing the 141. Watch Acor over 2050, basically. There's $20. But I'm thinking, yeah, you could do something right here, but yeah. $20 level looks fairly decent if you get a pattern. Probably more of a swing than a day trade. Don't know. All right, I'm sitting here just jawboning to myself with the microphone off. I'm going to have to contact Ninja Trader. I can't get it to work. I'll do that at lunchtime in the afternoon. I'll stay with you guys right now. That Oshkosh is still working over here. And IVI really, you know, it's probably going to get some legs here based upon the daily and the hourly, but it's really having trouble with the 42.75 level. You can see that on the 5. Let's look at fit pullback. Where do you like it? Let me look. The problem I've got with FIT is twofold. One, it's a $6 stock, and if you look at it, you know, it's going to have trouble around 620 or so. So where did it get up to? It got to about 610. Let me see if I could split this off. You can see that on the 3-month chart here. The volume point of control is 605. We pretty much made most of our move. The best I could hope for is $6.30 today. Well, if we did that, you know, where's your stop? We already now know the reward is 630. You're talking about 30 cents up, and the stop would have to be, gosh, you know, this is on a 5-minute chart, at least 30 cents down. So I personally don't like it. A lot of the stocks below about $20, unless they're running like a scalded dog and have a lot of room above, they're problematic for me. So I really don't like it. Something like an Acor, even OSK is taking off some more. But I'll pause. It's got high short interest as well. On a 15-minute chart, we did a go, pause, go, that continuation pattern there. You're welcome, Vern. Now remember, you're getting my opinion and my way that I would trade it. Does not mean it's the right way. Doesn't mean that going long here you don't make and don't break out of 630. But to me, this the high probability odds are that it stops there. Teva's gonna be one we watch over the next few days. If you want a $15 stock, you can look at Form Factor, FORM. And Form looks like it has room maybe to $16. Maybe not in a fell swoop. There's the 5-minute J hook going on. Kind of a go, pause, go on the 15-minute chart. That would be a continuation pattern. Bid. Nope. 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 Don't really like it. See, there's a lot of them that are moving up, but they're not set up well on the dailies. New York Times is. Good Lord, let's go to a 6 month. See what. New York Times is beyond help. It's broke out to all-time highs above 27. Sprouts Farms, nope. Still stuck in the middle. AR, nah. Maybe AR over 16 and a half, but I kind of doubt it. Our Under Armour trying to get back up to that 23 and a quarter, 23.50. What do we mark? 23.75 on the basically up to highs of yesterday. Cree, like a 15 hourly. Yeah, I like the 30-minute chart on that one. Sienna keeps having trouble with 32. J&J. Yeah, we'll maybe get over 141. And let's look at, what were we looking at? Victor. Oh, FireEye. Yeah, FireEye is trying to go. And what was the other one that I was looking at? It's gone. Oh, EXAS from yesterday. Giving it back. IGT from yesterday. Pausing. On the daily, this is setting up for continuation to 20. Young China. Pulling back. Got to get back over 36, but then it could go to the high 30s, 38, 39 level. And look at the daily here on FireEye. FireEye looks like it goes higher. Be a swing rather than a day trade probably, because it's not going to be a lot. Not going to be enough reward to risk really. Even say let's say we retested the 19. If you went long right now, you've got say 40 cents, but you got to risk 40 cents. I don't like those odds. Don't like the return. All right. I'm going to put on pause for a second. The microphone. I'll be right back. No. Stay. Barkaholic. All right. Ready? There we go. No. Well, did anybody look at form when I was when I mentioned it? It's doing a little bit of a J hook here. I didn't jump in it. The daily shows that it might have room to 16. Starting to run out of steam a little bit right here, according to my momentum indicators. Wow. Get a little bit of a push there in the market here. Royal Gold, RGLD. Yeah, gap down and it's going higher, but Apache Wyndham. Yeah, it's grinding higher. Look at that 5-minute chart. Yeah, we may have had our pullback. Don't know. Molina Health. Let's see what she's doing. Nah, don't like that. Gapped up, pulled back. Pin Gaming. It gapped down and is trying to recover, but I'm not really a fan of that. I'm pulling these off the scanner right there. PGTI is a good one. Tevo shows up at over to 2. It's a bit sloppy. Look at the 5. Even at 15, when you try to reduce the noise, it's still sloppy. There are some possible shorts out there, to be honest with you. CI. It gapped up and looks like it's pulling back. Perkin-Elmer. I don't really see that as a short. Generac. CF. Not really. Athena Health. Look at that hourly. We get below 45.50 in Athena. It may go back down to 44. Look at that hourly. Where their conference call? 10 a.m. local. So yeah, they're about 25 minutes in. They must have said something. We started down. You know what I didn't do? We were looking at getting in some JNUG. If you play this at a swing trade, and again that's what I'm looking at, then it's not too late. If you want to look at the hourly or stuff, and it's maybe a little on the late side. You look at the 5 or 15, it's really late. So this would not be a day trade. It would be setting yourself up day to swing. The way you would do that is you'd say, okay, I'm going to play, 400 shares, 600 or 1,000 shares, and then I'm going to back off at the end of the day to make sure I close with only the amount of shares that I want to swing, say 1 or 200 shares. Kind of like what I did with that UAA the other day. Under Armour, and what we did here is we day traded it. I kept some. It went to 23.75. I sold. Now this is looking like a continuation pattern. If we could break over the 23.50 area on the daily, then that would be a swing from there on out. Later this month, I think we'll have another members e-learning where I can go into greater detail about how I day trade, what the patterns are that I'm looking at, and then also how I would do what I just talked about, day trade to swing trade. Oh boy, what's our Oshkosh doing? She's a grinding higher. I still think it goes up to the 70s. Pitney Bowes, PBI. See this little J hook there, intraday J hook? Let's see if I can get this to explode. I found it yesterday. Maximize cell. There it is. All right. Let's see. This may not be a great example, but here we are. We move up, pull back, and enter the J hook. The J hook is right there. There are two ways that people can trade the J hook. A lot of people look for the breakout above there, and then they go long the breakout. Then they have their stop down here. Well, I'm saying, do I really need to do that? For me, I want to go long somewhere in this area right here with my stop right there. So the stop that I've got right here is probably only about 20 cents. And I use this high here as my first target. And take the money off the table. Now I'm playing with the house money. If it doesn't break out and it fails, okay, I've got a little bit done loss. And because a lot of these things do false breakouts. Or if it does break out, I can ride it. I can trail it. So, there. You're welcome, Valerie. I'm full of all kinds of useless information. I've just figured that out over a long period of time. I took something, and this is another learning experience here for you, is that I took something that someone else had. They were saying that they would buy the breakout of the J hook, and then I just kept saying, well, why am I going to wait that long? And I started playing the bounce off of, and this 8 exponential, and the T line, and I went, why don't I do that? And I tried it, and it worked, and it tends to work, and it tends to get me in early, and get me a target, and then I play with house money. I like having free trade, one that I can't lose, because for me to lose on that trade, it would have to go as much below the low as that not about the low. Let's go back that again. For me to lose, this is the idea. Let's just say that we went here at 740 with the stop under 730. I'm going to call it 15 cents. And I get up to here and I get to 55 from 40. I've got 15 cents in the bank. I would have to have it go 15 cents below 40. It would have to go down to here at 725 for me to lose. Well, I'm not going to let it go all the way down here before I get out of my stop. After I get to break even here, I don't want it to come down below, once I actually take target 1 profits, I probably don't want it to go down below my entry. Assuming that the average true range volatility stop is supportive of that. See, it's having trouble really at the 7.5 level again. Yeah. So, I mean, what the learning part of this part isn't just what I trade on a pattern. It is primarily take what someone else does, or what they talk about as a strategy, and adapt it. Adapt it to what fits you. We're getting more, we're pushing the market, it looks like. Not a great one. Well, I'm sorry. Thanks, Bern. 11. Oh, we're up $19 in gold. I want to say JNUG or Nugget ought to be moving. Right. Nugget looks better than JNUG at the moment. Now we're getting pullback, so let's see if we could get a 5 or a 15-minute J hook intraday here and get an entry on a swing trade. You guys don't mind me mentioning swing trades as well, do you? If that's if that's what the market's giving us, that's what we have to be ready for. Let's see HCC doing. Excuse me. I don't like HCC. Met call. Oh, excuse me. It's probably heading back up to the high of the day. You can look here on the 5-minute. And I see a lot of these things where they'll gap up, they'll pull back on earnings anyway. Then they'll stabilize for a little bit, and then they'll start to rise. If you have the patience to give it where this double low was, it will probably go back up and retest the high of the day. By and large, that's what happens. Mr. Oshkosh is coming back to 66. Just grinding higher, marching up the T-line. Well, we do this. That IIVI high short interest, it gapped up probably too far. This is it gapped up almost $5. WT offshore probably could have worked. There's the 5-minute T-line runner. Kind of got me when it gapped down. Fooled me. Gonna get some more improvements on the scanner over the weekend. Could have news next week. Do you think you'll like it, whatever's coming? I mean, what, I can't talk about it, but yeah. In XPI, I wish I could just click on the list. Whoa, Church and Dwight, you're going. My goodness. Now, why I start on dailies is that you look at this daily chart here. Let's go to a 3 month. See how this was the high of any importance around 61? Well, let's go back in and analyze what happened over 61. All right, hold on. Do this, do that. Let's highlight $61. Let's go back and do a restore. And that's $61. 5 minutes, kaboom, higher, 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 pause at 63, that's $2 up, and then kept marching. This one was the winner for the day, and I'm not sure how I didn't see it. Not sure. The breakout level, so there's just so much. So much to see. Arm & Hammer? I didn't know Church and Dwight did Arm & Hammer. See the little icon there? Amazing, and it stays small too. Okay. I like this little quad. Not bad. Well, let's see about our nugget. Well, our nugget really didn't pull back. It kind of did a dip, but I don't want to call that a pullback. IDXX. Nah, I don't like you. No. PWR. PWR on the daily needs to get over 3275 ish. This looks like it wants to roll back over. Let's see if we do a cross or hanging man kind of thing here. Whoa, Mr. Oshkosh. I really didn't expect you to do that much. Nice. Well, double IVI is finally over 42.78, but it's really grinding. It's not smoking. And WTI is starting to look a little toppy. All right, we're talking about 10:45, and I've only had one real trade. I had the I had IIVI for a small profit. I'm going to ignore that one actually, because it was not an intended buy. I'm not going to take credit for something that even though it's small. Wyndham. I want to show another factor in some of these. All right. Let me mark this up. All right, we gapped up to 37, but then we have this level here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to expand that to a 3 month. And what you see here is once we got this $38 level or so, the next level for us is really right in here, this $40 level. And so what I have a theory of a void. Now, a void's not a gap. A void is where there's very little or no resistance. And so what you had here is you had resistance, but it gapped up into it and ran because of the earnings. Once it got up over this $38 level, this basically was a waterfall. There was almost no resistance in that area between there and 40. You could basically predict that you were going to get a run to 40. Now, above 40 is a different story. You can also use the volume at price for more expensive stocks and S&P 500 stocks. That'll kind of work. For little small stocks, it doesn't work as well. They're gonna go from high volume level to high volume level to high volume level. Will this eventually get up to 44? Possibly. And if I know where the 200 is on Wyndham, this could turn into a rounded bottom breakout. It will. The markets are set up perfectly right now because of the pullbacks, the deep pullbacks for rounded bottom breakouts, RBBs. Everybody know what a rounded bottom breakout is and how to recognize one and how to trade it. I am by far not the world's expert on it. Rick is. But what I'll do is I will take you to Mr. YouTube.
And a tradable.
And here we go. Sorry, I added that to my playlist. We're now up at $40.81. We tapped 41 bucks, so we overshot the Wyndham just a little bit. All right, coming up on 10:48. Let's see, did Mr. Find do anything today? FND? And it just gapped up, pulled back, went back to 3013, did a high wave doji here. I don't really like it. But Wyndham picked up some steam, didn't it? OSK's pulling back. It hit 66 and a half. Well, 66.90. We call that 67. And there goes Mr. Nugget. I still think Mr. Nugget needs some room. Getting a little push here. See what JNUG does, what it looks like. Looks a lot like Nugget. And JNUG's got a bunch of resistance around 8, so I'm not going to buy right up at resistance. Looking at the daily and the hourly, we can kind of see that as well. Trying to form a belt hold in TPX, Timber Sealy. People love their beds, huh? Hell of a recovery. Gap down to 42 and a half, and now we're at 46 and a half. FireEye is going towards that $19 again from yesterday. And 15-minute ago, pause, go. $39.5 again on Cree. Need to get to 40. Sienna pushing the highs. Visa pushing 140. Volume point of control on the daily. J&J finally broke over 141. Needs to break out more and hold. All right, we're at 10:52. Ought to make sure we're at least looking at stocks on a 15-minute chart, and we probably only have 30 to 40 minutes max in the day. I'm very loath to try to go long stocks this late in the morning, unless they have some sort of perfect setup. Something's going this very, very late to initiate a new trade. most of the gains on the earning stocks have already been made. They're done in the first hour and a half, which will make 11 o'clock. And you can kind of see that here in Pitney Bowes. And you see how when we were talking earlier, go long somewhere in this area here, call it 740, stop under there 15 cents, run up to the top, take target 1, move your stop up probably to break even, and you're out. But guess what happened? Even though it didn't, quote, work the way you wanted to, was to break out, your break even here, your small profit there, and you have green in the bank. It actually failed to do what you expected it to do, but you've made a little bit of money. I like that. Now, did I trade it? No, I didn't see it. All right, let's look at Molina Health. It's popping up again. But it was down quite a bit this morning. No, it gapped up and then crapped out. This is one that may or may not go back up to those highs. And the reason I say that is that we did 100% retracement of that move. That usually is not good. You should probably do no more than about a 50% retrace of the gap up. That NTCT. Nice move now. NetScout. One's definitely heading for 30. Kind of hard to be going long with it this far extended. If you went long now, you'd have to have a stop. Let's call it 75 from, 75 cents or so. So 2 to 1's $1.50 over that. $30. You'd have to hit the $30. You could just get to 2 to 1. And let me replace All right, let me explain to you how to read the scanner in case you aren't aware of how to do it. Obviously, the symbol is the symbol. The alert tells you that it's the highest. If there's nothing there, it's the highest in the last. Again, this is 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes. If it says 4, it's the highest of the last 4 candles. 5, 17, 2, whatever the number is, that's how far it goes back. So if you do bid, you look at a 5-minute chart, it only goes back 2. When you do HCC, Well, let's do PBH. If PBH it goes 14, and you can say it goes high for 14 candles. Gives you an idea of the momentum. Now, don't necessarily know that I like the pattern, but it's a good idea, a good start. Very soon we should get the capability to look for the J hooks intraday. Scan on those. All right. All right. Coming up on 11 o'clock. And bid just hit 17. Highest at 17 candles. And with the pullback, went back up to retest the high. It has a big, wide topping tail there. So will it go up there and test somewhere near the highs? Maybe 44? I don't know. Might want to look at, say, a 3-minute chart and see where there was a body up there. And yeah, there was. It's probably going to go to 44, from what I'm seeing here. All right, I'm going mute. It looks like Nugget and J-Nug are pulling back. We'll have to keep an eye on those. We might get a J-hook entry later. All right, I am going to stop the recording.